the Angel Reeses have done to the WNBA. Because
Mm-hmm.
not just Angel Reese shook up the WNBA, Caitlin Clark did as well. And it
Mm-hmm.
was reported that Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever, she sustained a left quadriceps strain and is expected to be sidelined for a minimum of 2 weeks. And some say, well, at least 4 games. This is one of those injuries. It's like a nagging injury that started in the preseason. She missed some games with it, and then it happened again when she was going up against the New York Liberty. And now they're saying that she's going to be out. So we're talking about Caitlin Clark, who's averaging 19 points per game. That's tied for eighth in the WNBA, and then averaging like 9 assists, which is first in the WNBA. So she balling. We already know
Mm-hmm.
she balling. But then we talk about the player. We know about the player, but then we got to talk about the effect. Because the Caitlin Clark effect seems like it's real, Dave. You said it in the intro that the ticket prices have dropped ever since people found out that she's not going to be coming to the arena. Now they
Mm-hmm.
talking about like 40, some people saying 40 to 43% of a ticket drop. And you looking at it like, well, I thought she wasn't part of the hype. Some people saying the money speaks for itself. The hype is there. I think the WNBA was set to make over $1 billion, and we only talking about her missing at least 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if it was anything longer. Knock on wood,
Mm-hmm.
because we want her to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And in those 4 games, I tried to bring that. I think I got their schedule up. So the next game, of course, they play domestic. So people won't be like, I could have went to go see Caitlin, but I can't see her now.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to bring. I think the game that she could return back for is the actual rematch against the Sky, but that's gonna be hopeful. So I want to get the schedule up and make sure I got everything right. Those next 4 games could be what they're set to be: Washington, Connecticut, Washington, Chicago. If all works in her favor, she could return against Chicago, but 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be back for that game at Atlanta on ESPN. So Dave, let me just ask you this one, right? Of course we want Caitlin to get better,
Mm-hmm.
but how you feel about the Caitlin Clark effect?
I mean, the numbers speak for itself. Most of the, if you look at all the games that sold out, who was a part of them? She was. Majority of the games that was sold out last year, she was a part of it. And then you look at the projection of what the WNBA was going to make. They were projected to make $1 billion this year. That's a plus for them. That's a plus for them. I think last year they made what? I think 300 million, something like that. 400 mil, somewhere around there. I could be wrong.
Close to it.
But to go from that to $1 billion in just a year, yes, it is. I mean, we all know that people are watching the game now because of Caitlin Clark. People are tuned in to the WNBA because Caitlin Clark is a part of the WNBA. Now, is that fair to all the other players? No, it's not fair to all the other players because we know that there are other ballers in the league. You got, but we can't even talk about Kelsey Plum, who's been balling this year for the Sparks. Brand new team. And I think in the last game she put up 28 points. Like she balling, but we ain't talking about her. We ain't talking about Asia Wilson, who's clearly balling for them. We ain't talking about Drew Lloyd. We ain't talking about Jackie Young. We ain't talking about Cameron Brink coming back soon. We ain't talking about Rakia, who's also missed a couple games. We ain't talking about Nafisia Collin, who's right now to me leading the MVP race, even though it's early in the season. Like we ain't talking about these players. We talking about Caitlin Clark. That's what everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see Caitlin Clark come play the game. And the thing is, she ain't even the first one to come in the game shooting the way she does, because the other person that does just won a championship. Sabrina
Mm.
Ionescu. That's the other one we ain't even talking about. She another baller in the WNBA. But people want to see Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is what brings the money. We all know this. Whenever there's a game that she's a part of, it's sold out. But when the schedule was released for the Indiana Fever, tickets were sold out for each game that they were a part of. You can't name another team that as soon as the schedule came out in the WNBA that all the tickets were sold out. Every game she's a part of was sold out. Now people just don't know if they want to go to the game in that because she ain't gonna be there. She brings that excitement. She's a 3-point specialist. She can pass the ball and she ain't scared of nobody out there. I think the Dream tried to bully her a little bit. She was like, I ain't scared of you. So that don't phase me. I'm CC. I'm CC. Come on now. Nah. But come on, yeah. It's the Caitlin Clark effect is real. I mean, let's be honest about it. I mean, and also the Indiana Pacers know what the Caitlin Clark effect is because they win games whenever she shows up.
Yo.
So I mean, I'm just saying the Caitlin Clark effect is real. It's real. She's one of the best players in the WNBA, and this is only her second year in the league. She's one of the best players, one of the best facilitators, one of the best shooters in the league. Come on now. It's for whoever think it's not real. I think whatever you want, you need to get off of it now right now. And if you're drinking, just stop because you're fooling yourself if you think that she's not one of the reasons why people are watching the WNBA because she is clearly the reason most people are watching the WNBA.
Yeah, and regardless of why they say they're watching the WNBA, her name is assigned to it. They want to see it because she's a good player, or they want to see it because they have their own personal agendas behind it. At the end of the day, they're still watching the game. You understand? So that is one of the main reasons. And I'm glad you brought up the MVP race too, because of course, Nafisia is balling. She's one of the names that's up there. And of course, Asia just being consistent. You talk about consistent, the two names that I just said, they are some consistent ballers right there. And Caitlin being CC, she put the C in consistency because she's trying to add to that. Because I think this is the first time she's going to miss a regular season game because I think she balled all last year, right?
Yep.
So this right here, and the way she's been hooping, the numbers is there. Like she was in the MVP race, and these 4 games could probably put a hindrance on it because you got 2 consistent players in front of you that can just keep the games going for those 4 games that you're out. So that's going to hurt on top of the injury. So that right there is kind of like, man, not only are the ticket sales going down, but the fans won't get to see me ball, but also I can't ball and keep up with this competition. So now I'm gonna be behind that 8 ball, which is almost a good thing in her favor though, because now there's going to be a bigger chip on her shoulder because if she really wants to go get the MVP, granted, everybody wants to win a chip, but if she wants to go win that MVP in her second season in the league, she just come back and hoop 10 times better. They say sometimes an injury helps you sideline and you could watch the game a little bit different. Some things slow down, so now you know where to pick your spots. And again, in those 4 games, of course, like we said, the Misses are up and coming team. So you play them twice. And in between that, you got the Connecticut Sun, who's another team who's kind of like fighting for a lottery spot right now. So those are 3 games, granted, you don't want to miss because you can ball out against some of those teams. But those are 3 games that you're like, you know what? We'll be okay. We can bounce back from it. Hell, the team may even go 3-0 without you and then just find ways to win. And now it's like when you come back, you just plug and play.
Might even go 4-0 because the Sky ain't really that good. I'm sorry.
Actually, they play 4 lottery teams while she's out. So
there you go. There you go. So this. If there's any time where you want for injury, what's up, my man? What's up, hey Johnny? My man, my guy. How you doing, my man? Peace to you, brother. Yeah, I mean, this is a time where you don't want an injury, but if it's a time for something to happen to where you miss a game, right now is a good time. It's okay. It's okay. She won't miss too much. I think she'll still kind of sort of be in the MVP conversation, but I think it's MVP feast. I think she got it. I think she got it right now. And I know it's only 4 or 5 games into the season. The way she balling right now, I don't know if she's gonna slow down. She MVP has been cooking.
MVP who?
MVP fee.
I like the ring of that.
Yeah, MVP, man. MVP. That's what it is. MVP. She like that, dog. That's all I gotta say. Yep. See, Carl, you always on time, man. Always on time. You know it. She cooking. I don't know nobody's gonna stop her. She balling for the Liberty, man. Is it the Liberty?
Minnesota,
the Lynx. Oh my goodness, cooking.
Somebody in Minnesota got a winning ring, right?
The uniforms confuse me, so I'm sorry. I charge it to my head, not my heart. So, but Fee has just been been cooking, dog. Oh my
round up, that's 30 points a game, 7 rebounds.
Yes.
I told you the consistency is there.
Yes. And this started from last season because remember when she came back from injury last year, she came back cooking. And I was like, man, she making a case to be in the MVP race, and she was, even though she missed too many games. I was like, man, she
That's what it
balling.
was. Yep. And then she
I was
took it
like,
to the all season.
there you
Remember after
go.
they lost in the playoffs, she took it
There you-
personal.
Thank you,
She took that
thank
personal.
you. Took it personal, and then she made sure she won that 1-on-1 tournament too. She was like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
this
nah,
this
she was locked in. She
she,
was locked in.
she got
That's
that
why.
first AO. She was like, oh, okay, I'm not about to take it. I'm not about to take it easy. Time to go ahead and get this dub. But she's too nice, man. She's too nice. Now it's ballers like that need to be seen a lot more too. So there you go. Carl, oh, you my man. You're my man. That
She
was my
was.
daughter too.
She was.
She was
It
so
wasn't even
good.
fair. Carl, you're right. They definitely lost in the finals in that game. I ain't gonna lie.
Facts.
I'm a Mrs. fan, but that game
Facts.
kind of broke my heart. I was like, man, she had a chance.
She had it. She had a huge chance, man. But it's all good. Fee coming back on a mission this year, and I think she's gonna win MVP, and she's gonna lead her team deep into the playoffs this year. Because I'm telling you, this team is locked in, and she locked in. She locked in.
She definitely gonna get back. She definitely gonna get back. And like I said, if anybody didn't watch the one-on-one league, when she went up against AE the second time, you could just see it in her face that she's like, I'm not losing this game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's why for me, I was like, if AE wins this, that puts her at another level going into the season because you could just see it in her in Fee face that I'm not losing this game.
I think it put her into that anyway, because remember, she smoked Breonna Stewart. I think she beat her with 12-0. She smoked her. She got her up out of there. I was like, whoa. I was like, AE, I wasn't expecting this.
But it was the move she's putting on her too. I was like, man, they gotta create some space for my girl now. They gotta create some space.
She had a step back on. I was like, oh, okay, AE, show us what you could do. So all I'm saying, hey, go back to the Mystics, man. I'm just like, we got something cooking in Washington. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean,
but CC, I mean, she's the real deal. We know the reason why most people are watching WNBA is because of Caitlin Clark. Plain and simple.
Yep. And shout out to, again, like you said, the people that feel like they're not getting a shine, but some people are getting more shine because her name's behind it. So again, if you're new to the sport, and I remember we had these debates all last season, so we kind of talked about it. But again, it is a plus for you at the end of the day. Now you go to a Minnesota Lynx game and you like, who is Fee? Who are they talking about? And then next thing you know, you watch her go put up 40 points, and you're like, man, Caitlin was cooking, but who was that girl?
Mm-hmm.
Now you become a fan. Sometimes you just gotta be a gateway into something better. You never know. Now, a gateway into something better.